So I had been having some shortness of breath. Being pregnant for the first time, you don't know what's normal. And then we get in there and they take my blood pressure and it was, I don't know, honey, it was like
180 over 110.
Yeah.
And that's when they told us, hey, you're going to have to go over to the hospital and get checked out.
At that point, I'm high risk. So they took over and I was in there for,
I want to say almost 2 weeks, week and a half.
Yeah.
2 weeks. And then we ended up having Madeline.
These families are dealing with stresses that we can't even imagine. And these babies can be so incredibly sick. Maddie was also a premature baby who had a lot of respiratory issues, and she had so many hurdles stacked against her. Through all of it, her family was incredible, and really there at the bedside with us. And we knew she was going to end up in really good hands when she was ready to go home. And that's what makes all of this worthwhile.
And I remember being so worried. And I would walk by that wall and look at these babies that, 24 weeks, 25 weeks, 1 pound, 9 ounce, 2 pounds, 1 ounce, whatever. And seeing, a couple years later, their picture on the wall. And for that, that gave me hope. And I knew she would be up there one day.
I wouldn't have changed any of it. I wouldn't have changed any of it because, she's perfect. She's absolutely perfect.
What was unique about our story is my water broke 22 weeks and 6 days.
Yeah.
And Ethan was like, oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Remember?
Yeah, I thought it was nothing. But I was wrong.
He was trying to calm me down. And I knew something was wrong. So we came in right away. And from that moment on, I wasn't allowed to go home.
Savannah was born extremely premature. She was 23 weeks, which is, at the age of just that limit of being able to survive being born. And she was incredibly feisty from the very beginning. And you could see her spunk, but she definitely was dealing with a lot of hurdles with her prematurity and her lungs. And so she was incredibly sick. She would have one good day and some very bad days. And, and we just did our best to help support them through all of this, even with COVID on. And, like we've been talking about, just let them know that there really is that light at the end of the tunnel.
With COVID, our family couldn't come ever. Because one thing that was so challenging is that Ethan couldn't come with me to a majority of my appointments. And I know that moms to be and moms who are having kiddos all experience that. So your Evergreen nurses and your doctors, they became your family.
Our primary nurses were amazing. I feel like it's hard with masks, right? You can see their smiles through the masks, and they're always encouraging, and they're always like, it almost felt like Savannah had 2 new aunts, so it's kind of like coming in and being relieved, knowing that she's in really good hands, and they're always giving us the information that we need. And it's what's what I like about here, it's not like you're a number or an ID badge or something like that. You're actually a person that it seems like everybody cares about. Mm-hmm. Like, they made a very, the most scary experience in my life.
Yeah.
It's almost joyous because you were happy to talk to them because they had always had positive information. Even if it was negative information, she'd spin it positively somehow and make you feel better about what was going on. And I don't think I could say thank you enough or do enough to show her how much I appreciated what she did for our family.
Savannah wouldn't be here without them. And that's every single one of them. Wish I could look every single person that ever came through our room and tell them how much they meant to us. I mean, all those nurses, all the doctors, Dr. Annie, they made our dream come true. Savannah is here truly because of them and her will, of course. But there's nobody like them. They are the most incredible. We always call them our NICU angels. They are our NICU angels. And And we carry each of them with us always, every single day.